Tales from the Edge of Straavaldsen-ness, or, frankly, how I got to be this way.
As requested by my kiddos, the Battle of Bohemian Creek. So this takes place in Wisconsin in what I loosely refer to as my childhood. I was not there, but we'll tell you the story of how this occurs. So this is about my dad, my brother, and my dad's dog, Lorelei. So they are going trout fishing one Saturday morning. I'm at a cross-country meet, so I'm not part of the little expedition. So my dad, my brother, and his dog are out fishing by one of our favorite creeks outside of La Crosse, Wisconsin. And you know, my dad is seriously casting away into this pool, trying to catch a trout, and he's really focused on it. And as he's casting away, suddenly this smell comes rolling in. And he looks over, and he sees his dog, covered from snout to tail in cow poop, running at him with great joy and excitement, because Lorelei really liked rolling in fresh cow poop. He leaps up to greet my father, who grabs the dog by the collar and holds it at bay and goes 1, 2, 3 and flings it into the pond. The dog sails into the pond, splashes in. Now, of course, you know, for a trout fisherman, throwing something like that into the pool you're fishing in totally screws up your ability to fish. So you know how just angry my father, as a serious trout fisherman, is that moment. Suddenly the dog comes bolting back out of that side of the water, and now is covered with really wet cow poop and bounds toward my father with boundless glee and goes to leap on him. He grabs it by the collar again. 1, 2, 3, flings it out into the middle of the pool. See this big splash. Dog comes back to the surface, comes bounding back toward him. Goes to leap to him. He grabs it by the collar and he goes 1, 2, 3 and flings it back out. The dog lands in the middle of the pool. Third time being the charm. Realizes he shouldn't get out of the same side as my father. No, still somewhat covered in dog poop, cow poop, but much cleaner. He's on the other side of the little stream, which is okay, except it attracts the attention of a herd of cows who start meandering toward the dog. The dog starts walking away. The cows start walking quicker. The dog starts walking faster. My father's now paralleling them on the side of the stream. The cows walk quicker. The dog breaks into a trot. The cows break into a trot. Dog's off like a shot. Cows are blistering after it. My father's sprinting down the other side of the stream, realizing that if he doesn't do something, the cows are going to stampede and kill his dog. So they're shooting along, and suddenly the stream takes this little curve, and there's a steep edge on one side. My father's on the high side, and sandy thing going down to the stream. The dog gets trapped, and the cows are advancing the dog. My father thinks, I'm going to save my dog. He steps down the steep sandy slope toward the water. He takes 2 steps. He's going to just charge across the stream. He makes 1 step into the water, and the water's like 10 feet deep, so he goes completely up over his head, fills his waders, and struggles out to the other creek side with waders full, totally drenched. He walks onto the sandy bank where the dog is, grabs the still somewhat poop-covered dog under his arm with full waders, and begins fencing vigorously with the cows, beating them back, slowly pushing his way along the side of the stream and escaping the cows, full waders and all. Now, at this point, there's the 2 last humorous parts of the Battle of Bohemian Creek yet to be reserved. Now, we wish there was a great deal of photographic evidence of the Battle of Bohemian Creek due to its epic nature, but the only other person that was present at the time, of course, was my brother. And he valiantly tried and wished to take photographs, but after watching the whole Battle of Bohemian Creek, he found that he was unable to stand due to the gales of uncontrollable laughter that the battle caused him. The other part of this wouldn't occur till about 2 in the afternoon when I was back from my cross-country meet. And I have this story related to me. And I look and I'm like, whose fishing rod did you have? My dad sheepishly turns to me and is like, I took yours. I'm like, what? You fenced cows with my fishing rod? Then that would be the last piece of the Battle of Bohemian Creek.